seen the shirt, and now I'm delighted to say that I am sat with the man whose initials are on the front. What I will say is club president, El Presidente.
El Presidente.
Foundation ambassador, and now club partner. Robbie Williams on the front of the Port Vale shirt. How does that sound?
Feels pretty incredible, to be honest with you. Who'd have thunk it? See, I was around when the design for the badge, because the design for the badge changed in about 1988, 89, maybe 1990, I can't remember where it was. And if I should have got my pencils out and had a good go, but I didn't think that I'd had any talent in that department. Turns out I was right. But there was a new badge, and now all of these years later, I didn't have to worry about getting my pencils out, because here I am, RW, Robbie Williams, on the front of a Port Vale shirt, a match made in heaven, for me.
What would Rob from Greenbank Road make of all of this? Because this, you've said there, it's a crazy thing to happen, having your initials on the shirt, be associated with your football club like that. What would he have made of all of this?
Well, half of him would just be absolutely dumbfounded and astounded, and the other half would be like, yeah, sounds about right, actually, yeah.
It was always going to happen.
It was always going to happen, yeah. No, then that's me combined as a whole anyway. It's like I'm either the Forrest Gump of pop or I'm the Pope of pop. And both of me combined to make this idiot, I suppose.
It's a very striking design. You're wearing it well. This is the first time I've actually seen it on a human body. It looks fantastic. What do you make of the design? What did you make of it when it came to you?
This is the first time I've seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I've only seen it on a flat screen. I really, really like it. I think it's classic. I think it's simple. There are no thrills, apart from the gold, which is, of course, a sprinkle of show business. But apart from the gold, it just does what it says on the tin. It just says, we are the Vale, we're here to compete, and we're here to go back up. And you will know us by the backs of our shirts, because that's what you'll see as we skip merrily past you.
When this came to you as an opportunity, is that one of the easiest yeses you've ever said when this conversation about you being on the front of the shirt?
It is one of the easiest conversations and the easiest yes, but I had to get it past my wife too, because I'm paying for this.
Yes, you're a club partner.
Yeah. But actually, I am a club partner, and actually did think, I'm totally in. But then I was like, do you mind if I? And she was absolutely, yes, you must do it now, do it yesterday. So, the wife's in charge of everything. The wife's in charge of everything now. My balls are in a handbag in her dressing room and have been for the last 20 years. So
but it's got the RW logo on, so it's fine.
Yeah, I got the okay from her, and here we are. It's happening. I love it.
Did you have to speak to Carol as well? Obviously, you've got a good relationship with Carol. You speak regularly. What is that conversation like? Because ultimately, she's a businesswoman. She's a difficult negotiator at times. Obviously, you've got to ask your wife, but then you're speaking to Carol as well. It's two very difficult things to balance there.
I don't know, because I'm just in love with Carol, and I'm a soft touch. And there is nobody like Carol in the whole of the football pyramid. And this is why I'm here, why I'm back involved, is because of Carol and her family and what they're creating and what they have created backstage, if you will, and their spirit and their hearts, and I love them. I've becoming embraced again by the Port Vale family has been very important to me, and it feels wonderful.
So you've mentioned Carol, and you mentioned her being one of the main reasons that you're kind of coming back on board with the football club. We spoke about that initially when we sat down at the launch of the Robbie Williams Lounge at the football club. Again, that was a surreal conversation to have with you, and you're like, I used to sit in the railway paddock, and now there's a lounge named after me. Now we're sitting here again almost 2 years on. used to sit in the railway paddock. Your initials, you are on the front of the shirt. Your connection with the football club and Burslem is really growing stronger, it feels. Is that an important thing for you to kind of almost give back to the football club and give back to the community?
I don't know if it's even giving back to the football club or giving back to the community for what it gives to me. You know, I joined Take That when I was 16, and my life was then, I was strapped to a rocket to Mars and had no clue how to pilot that rocket. And my life has been abnormal since I was 16. I'm 52. You know, the only real bit of normality that I have in my life is where I come from and the people that are there and the people that inhabit it and the salt of the earth. They are the clay. They're real people. And I suppose that, you know, this is me just doffing my hat to a time in my life when I was dreaming of being this person, and a time of my life which was full of wonder and want and need and the maybes. And I was surrounded by a village of kind people, you know, Burslem, Tunstall. Not so much Hanley on a Saturday night, but yeah, this isn't me giving back. This is me still taking. This is me just acknowledging that I'm also this guy, and that guy lives and breathes. And I said on stage at the Vale, you know, everywhere I've gone as a Stokey. Every room that I walk into, I'm from Staffordshire, whether they like it or not. So this is important for me, that I reach out my hand and keep a bit of it there always.
I think it's very clear that your pride in the local area, you've never, ever shied away from being Robbie from Stoke, Rob from Greenbank Road. You've never shied away from that. It's been a part of that. But now, on the flip side, there is kids that are looking to you and have looked to you since you were in Take That have thought, I can get to that point. With this and with this new partnership, and you're now an ambassador for the Port Vale Foundation as well, who do such incredible things in the local community in the name of the football club. Again, they're going to be doing it with our crest, with your initials on the front as well. How important was it for you as a decision to go, I also want to do this, as well as this is cool, but let me also do something for the community arm who already do some incredible work?
Yeah, the only thing that I can relate it to is my father, he's retired now, but he was a comedian, and he was and is a singer, and he worked in holiday camps all of his life, and actually before that in clubs in and around the north and the northeast and the northwest. And the only reason that I am here is because I could see a life doing this was possible through him. Now, maybe because of what I've done and the people that are in Stoke-on-Trent can maybe go, well, if he can do it, maybe I can do it. So if I can lend proof that the dream happened to a bunch of people in a place that I love, then I do it willingly and with my whole heart.
We spoke about before, that connection to Stoke. You can always walk around. People will give you the honest truth, whether you want it or not. They'll keep you grounded. It's very much part of the Stoke DNA. Is that, now you're getting older yourself, is that now a thing that you're like, I'm so glad that I've had that chance to keep coming back? Like your mum and your dad were based up there, you still had that connection to being like, this is the real me. This is, you've got the stage version, you've got the home version, you're like, this was where I was made. Is that always an important thing to be able to come back? Obviously, you haven't been able to sit in the stands as often as you would like in football, because that's, when, unfortunately, the level of fame that comes with it, you can get taken away.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that can keep you connected to that version of you.
I mean, you know, my mum and my dad aren't getting any younger, and they're not getting any healthier. And the reason that I end up back there is because of them. You know, And touch wood, they'll be around for a long time, but after they leave, what have I got to go back to Stoke for? And that's when Port Vale becomes family.
Do you feel that when you come into the club?
Yeah. As long as the Shanahans are there.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Let's talk about Vale then. Let's talk about the Vale, and let's talk about what the football club, that crest on your chest, what does that mean to you? Because when you say Port Vale, people go, where?
Yeah.
But what does Port Vale Football Club mean to you?
I think that I started going to Vale when it was 50p for a junior supporter to go in. And it, amongst many other things, gave me a chance to learn how to be a grown-up male in the safety of a bunch of other grown-up males. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a nasty club, Port Vale. It was, back then, in a time when football was incredibly violent, a safe place to be. Imagine that in 1987, 1988, being safe to send your kid with, 5,000 guys on a terrace. I've just thought that, actually, as I'm saying it. And that's a gift, to be able to be in that village. It takes a village to raise a child and all of that business. Well, the railway paddock raised me. And then you had these 11 heroes on the green bays in front of you. People that actually, in your mind, only existed there. Didn't exist in their houses with their wives, with their kids, having a real life. They only existed in this, the crucible of dreams, And at the time, we had the best period in the football team's history. So I got to see them win a lot. I was just watching the Champions League final. I was thinking about the Vale, and we got to 7th in the championship. John Rudge took us to 7th in the championship. And that's insane when you see the championship now and you see how much money's involved. Like the top teams are spending 90 million a year. And the mighty Vale, little valiance really, punching way above our weight. And we constantly punch way above our weight. So the badge means a tremendous deal to me. It's where I place my heart. It shaped me. And also, it still means victory.
I like that.
Yeah.
Still means victory.
It still means victory.
Do you have any early memories, or what's your earliest memory of going to Vale Park? Do you have anything that stands out where you're like, yes, you could take yourself back there, the smells, the sounds, the chants?
I remember when I embarrassed myself at the Vale once.
Okay, would you mind sharing that with us and thousands of other people?
Yeah. So I was in the railway paddock. I was up the left. It was the end of season. The whistle was about to go, and you could then run on the field and try and nick a football boot or a sock or a shin pad off Dean Glover or Neil Aspin. And I was sort of waiting on the hoardings at the side with my feet up, and I just looked at this bank of people, and the cheer went, give us a V, V, give us an A, give us an Ow, give us an E, what? You got the best team. And I turned around and I thought, I'll give this a go. Looked at all these faces and I just went, give us a V! And everybody went... They didn't give me a V. They didn't give me a V. Can you imagine? A 15-year-old and how shameful and embarrassing that was. And if anybody can take their minds back that day and remember that moment in any way, that young person now has his initials on the front of the shirt. So give us a V. V.
It's good to see you haven't let it really get to you,
No,
to be honest. It's just really gone by.
That's another great thing about people from Stoke. We let grudges go.
We don't. I'm surprised you've been able to remember it, to be honest. I'm sure you on that day you would have left Vale Park and gone, it was such a great day.
That's gone.
It will stay there forever.
Yeah, that's gone.
Nobody will ever think
if
about it.
I hadn't have written it in my diary, I wouldn't be able to retell that story for you. But there we go.
I'm glad you did. And I'm glad you finally got your V. We can say this, you finally got that V there on your
Yeah.
The kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so
it's two Vs. One there, one there.
There we go. You're more than you bargained for as well. So you've got double bubble. This partnership it's a really good opportunity for the football club. I think that's fair to say. And I think if we break it down to the partnership side of it for a second, not Robbie Williams, the football fan, the Port Vale fan that happens to have this really cool opportunity. For the football club, it also works as a great opportunity. Do you want this to kind of help to shine a spotlight on what the football club stands for, but also the local area as well? I think every time we've sat down in an interview, we've spoken about the local area, and we could talk for hours and hours about the streets of Tunstall and Burslem
and the alleyways
and the alleyways. We could do it, but it's where people really are. It grows people, it makes people, but it's also one of the most supportive areas. We might not have much, but we have heart. It's the kind of thing I think we said before. And do you want this partnership to help shine a spotlight on what Stoke-on-Trent and Burslem is?
Absolutely. If I was going to use my platform, there's many charitable things that I can do and have done and will do. But I suppose there's no more than this that is the closest to home, literally the closest to home. Since I left Hilbury, Greenbank Road, ST6 7HA, 822512, telephone number, the only one that I remember. Nothing's felt like home. I've felt like a traveller since. And that's my life now, is that, wherever I am, I feel like an interloper. I feel like somebody that's just visiting. And that's fine too. But genuinely, the place that I regard as home is Tunstall and is Burslem. Now, if I can use my platform to shine a light on who and what we are, then great. Come and have a look at who and what we are. We're pretty brilliant, actually. We are pretty amazing. I always say we do two things really, really well: kindness and violence, and you never know what you're going to get. We are the kindest people ever. Also, there's a bunch of nutters where we're from. But that's why I couldn't get on with London and still can't get on with London. I want to say hello to people.
I want to say up and people going, what is going on?
Yeah, same in LA. I had a great time living in LA. The sunshine all the time, and I love the sunshine. And there used to be a walk called Runyon Canyon, where all the great and good, and I suppose now influencers will be walking up and down. But I'd be walking up with my dogs and we're going, all right, all right, all right. And it was like I'd said, I'm just getting muggy now. Just going to take things off you. Is that all right? Yeah, but the same in London too, I have missed, it's what I miss most about Stoke. It's just the nod, yeah, and understanding the nod.
Yeah, and there's two different kinds of the nod as well. There's it's an inviting nod, but then there's also we're done.
We're done.
Yeah, we don't need to say hello.
Yeah.
Acknowledge their existence.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, that's as good as a cuddle.
And then the other person is completely understood.
Yeah. We'll walk on.
Yeah.
We'll walk on. There's two nods.
We'll walk on.
Two types of people and two nods. If you had one message for Vale supporters right now, what would you say to them?
If I had a message for Vale supporters right now, what would that message be? I think Vale supporters need a support group. They really do. Through thick and thin, mainly thin, a lot of thin. Look at us. To you guys, I'm away, aren't I, doing my thing? But you turning up week after week, home and away, in sleet and in snow, and not being entertained a lot of the time, and still you turn up. You use your feet, you get to the game, you use your cars, you get on the bus, you travel, you give everything for the club. My God, what wonderful people. Selfless. Actually, it's selfless. And that speaks to who we are as people too. We are selfless.
Some of the best.
Some of the best.
Absolutely some of the best.
Yeah, I mean, where are you from? Bentley, where are you from? Where are you from? Biddulph. Derby.
We just... We'll cut him out.
Do Derby people love Derby as much as Stoke people love Stoke? They don't, do they? I mean, I know Geordies, I really like Geordies too, and I know Geordies love Newcastle, and I totally get it, but because I've left, I've been around, I don't know another selection of people from other places. Maybe Manchester. Oh,
yeah.
God. Maybe Manchester do too, but I think they do it out of spite.
Yeah.
They don't do it out of love.
They do it because Liverpool do it a little bit.
Yes.
And then that's whereas we don't really have that. But what we will do in Stoke is we can badmouth it. We can say things.
See, I can't badmouth it.
No, I think if you...
I'm not allowed.
I would leap across this very small table if you did. Which is fine, because that's what we do. But if anyone says, even what we've said 3 seconds before, you do not talk about stuff like
exactly.
that. But I think it's that pride.
But that's the thing about your family as well. You know, you can have an idiot brother, but you will fight to the death for your idiot brother. You can say, I've got an idiot brother. But nobody else can say your brother's an idiot. And it's the same. It's because where we're from is our family.
And it's incredible. It's incredible. I am going to let you... I'm going to let you keep that top for one. I'm not going to peel it off you for this, don't worry.
Thank you.
But what I will say is, thank you very much on behalf of the football club. Thank you very much on behalf of the foundation. I think having an ambassador like yourself will be absolutely incredible. Can we look to see you? You've got a very busy summer coming up because there's something called the World Cup that I think you might be involved in.
El Presidente at the final.
And we'll be like, he's ours.
Yeah,
he is ours. Can we expect to see you at Vale Park soon?
Yeah, I mean, I really hope so. The short answer is yes. When, I don't know. But I will endeavour to try and make my way there as much as I can next season.
Robbie, El Presidente, sorry, I realised. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. LP. Thank you so much for sitting down with us. The kit is absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
Incredible, thank you so much. Do you think at any point we probably should have mentioned that you were in full kit?
No, I wouldn't mention it at all because, you know, people think that's a bit embarrassing, 52-year-olds getting in full kits these days. So if you can just not mentioning it.
Absolutely.
And if the angle goes down, can you cut it out?